Hi, I'm Jacob Gallucci, and today I'd like to announce my predictions for the 2013 NCAA tournament. I made my bracket last night. Here it is, and here are my predictions for the tournament. I'll be starting with the Midwest region. I have Louisville beating whoever wins the play-in game between North Carolina A&T and Liberty. I picked Colorado State to beat Missouri. Oklahoma State will beat Oregon. St. Louis will beat New Mexico State. Memphis will beat the winner of the play-in game between Middle Tennessee State and St. Mary's. Michigan State will beat Valparaiso. Creighton will beat Cincinnati, and Duke will beat Albany. In the next round of that region, I have Louisville beating Colorado State, Oklahoma State beating St. Louis, Michigan State beating Memphis, and Duke beating Creighton. In the Sweet 16 there, I have Louisville beating Oklahoma State and Michigan State beating Duke. And in the Elite Eight of that region, I have Louisville beating Michigan State. And the winner of that region will be Louisville. In the West region, I have Gonzaga beating Southern University. I have Pittsburgh beating Wichita State, Wisconsin beating Ole Miss, Kansas State beating the winner of the play-in game between Boise State and LaSalle. I have Arizona beating Belmont, New Mexico beating Harvard, Notre Dame beating Iowa State, and Ohio State beating Iona. In the next round of that region, I have Gonzaga beating Pittsburgh, Wisconsin beating Kansas State, New Mexico beating Arizona, and Ohio State beating Notre Dame. In the Sweet 16 of that region, I have Gonzaga beating Wisconsin and Ohio State beating New Mexico. In the Elite Eight, I have Ohio State beating Gonzaga, and the winner of the West region would be Ohio State. In the South region, I have Kansas beating Western Kentucky, North Carolina beating Villanova, VCU beating Akron, Michigan beating South Dakota State, UCLA beating Minnesota, Florida beating Northwestern State, San Diego State beating Oklahoma, and Georgetown beating Florida Gulf Coast. In the next round, I have Kansas beating North Carolina, VCU beating Michigan, Florida beating UCLA, and Georgetown beating San Diego State. In the next round, in the Sweet 16, I have Kansas beating VCU, and Georgetown beating Florida. In the Elite Eight, I have Kansas beating Georgetown, and the winner of the South region would be Kansas. And finally, in the East region, I have Indiana beating the winner of the play-in game between LIU Brooklyn and James Madison. I have North Carolina State beating Temple, UNLV beating California, Syracuse beating Montana, Butler beating Bucknell, Marquette beating Davidson, Illinois beating Colorado, and Miami, Florida beating Pacific. In the next round, I have Indiana beating North Carolina State, Syracuse beating UNLV, Marquette beating Butler, and Miami, Florida beating Illinois. In the Sweet 16, I have Indiana beating Syracuse, and Miami, Florida beating Marquette. In the Elite Eight, I have Miami, Florida beating Indiana, and the winner of the East region would be Miami, Florida. And now here's my Final Four. My Final Four is Louisville, Ohio State, Kansas, and Miami, Florida. On the left, I have Louisville beating Ohio State and Miami, Florida beating Kansas. So the championship game would be a one-seeded Louisville team facing a two-seeded Miami, Florida team. And the winner of the championship game on April 8th will be Louisville. I'm picking Louisville to win the NCAA championship this year. They're a really good team, and I think they're going to win it. I really do. And hopefully my bracket's pretty good, and I'm hoping most of my predictions come true. And by the way, even though the first round games don't count toward your bracket standings, for the play-in games, I have North Carolina A&T beating Liberty, St. Mary's beating Middle Tennessee, LIU Brooklyn beating James Madison, and LaSalle beating Boise State. The play-in games don't count towards the final standings on your bracket pool, but that's who I picked for the play-in games, and I gave my predictions for the games that actually count. So anyway, I hope the tournament's fun, and anyway, I'll be back tomorrow with 2 new videos, and until then, take care.